It's a feel-good focus. This ain't a cracked out.
Hey,
focus.
Garage Gym Homie.
With some dancing.
Focus.
Let's get cracked out.
Hey,
focus.
Grandpa Gym Homie.
With some dancing.
Focus.
Let's get into Is it worth it? Focus. Set after set. Focus, man.
Oh, I was excited.
Set after set. Is it worth it? Focus. Set after set. Focus, man.
I was excited.
Set after set. Is it worth it? Worth it. Worth it. Worth it.
What up? What up? It's Garage Gym Homie. Clear my throat, man. Today, homie, I'm reviewing Swole AF, Hulk AF, pre-workout pump formula. Is it worth it? Before we get into this here, please click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the damn time for you, man. So click subscribe. And let's get into this, homies. God bless all of you, man. I hope you're living from the heart, staying out of your head, man. It's noisy up here, man. It's noisy. You know, I fall short constantly, and it's great. It's great that I do, because those are opportunities for growth, man, spiritual growth. So let's light up the world together, man. I'm flying high right now. High Stim Saturday, and it is, I'm on crack barbarian, homie. I'm a freaking barbarian, homie, on crack. All right, man, so let's get down to business. I'm a big fan of this company. You know, this is a nice tub. You might say, GGH, how you going to review a tub that's sealed, man? How you going to review? So I'm always got to prove myself to you, homies. They sent me a whole care package. I've been using the sample packets up, man. Been using the sample packets before I cracked the tub, homie. So, assuming sometimes companies put the good stuff in the sample packets and then give us the snickle fritz in the tub. See, I'm hip to the game. I invented that game, homie. Hey, man, here's a little good dope. I'll sell you the whole packet at, you know, GG. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't used to do that. Anyway, man, I actually have grown extremely fond of this company. Fire AF has been a pre-workout that I keep in my line, man. I keep it in my top hitters, and it's just one of the best Stim Junkie dailies, man. Like 325 milligrams of caffeine. Their Illicit AF is nice. Dude, they have these pre-workout shots. They're Illicit AF, I think, pre-workout shots, and they are freaking fire, dude. I don't know if they still have them anymore. They also have a fat burner in pills, and I never use this, man. They actually sent it to me. I didn't even ask them. They sent me a care package, and look, man, the formula, I'm going to talk about it, man. I'm going to give you my honest opinion about this. I'm not shining any Swole AF schlong. I don't care how swole it gets, homie. GGH ain't shining it, dog. No homo. All right, man, so this is what they're giving us. One scoop is 15.4 grams, and since I've been using the sample packets, I can't tell you what a level scoop is on the scale. But anyway, you get 30 servings in a container, man. So I really like, number one, that they're not doing that one scoop, two scoop, redfish, bluefish, Dr. Seuss. They're telling you one scoop. And I also like they're giving you 30 full servings. Now let's talk about the dang supplement facts. So L-citrulline malate, 2-to-1 ratio, 5 grams. That's pretty low, dude. Like that's, you know, 3 point something, I think, of citrulline to whatever malic acid. Creatine, 2 grams, so it's interesting amount. It's like, why did they give us 2 grams of creatine? Maybe it does have some immediate benefits, shuttling nutrients to the muscles or ATP or whatever. Really has to be saturated in the system. L-arginine, 1,500 milligrams. Glycerol monostrate, 1,500 milligrams, so glycerol. Beet powder, man, 1,500 milligrams. Or no, that says 1,150, actually. 11, that's an interesting amount. 1,150 of beet powder. Beet powder is rich in nitrates, man, so that gives that kind of dry vascular pump. And agmatine sulfate, 1 gram, and taurine, 500 milligrams. So they're not giving, this isn't like a, I'm going to tell you what this is, man. Everything's got pros and cons. So, first of all, let me just straighten you homies out, man. Let me just tell you guys something. You can't test a pump formula whenever the heck you want, man. You can't just take a pump formula and give an honest review of it unless it's at certain times, man. You can't eat a freaking pizza the night before and then go pump iron, homie, and be like, man, that pump formula was crazy. How do you know if it was the pump formula or the pizza? So I'm real surgical with this, homie. I review pump formulas at the end of the week. I take them all week. I'll take them from the beginning of the week, but I make sure to take them at the end of the week when I've been eating clean for a week straight, and I don't want to use the word depleted, but I definitely don't have any of that cheat meal stuff in me. It's a fair shake, you know, so I could really tell what the end of a clean week of eating, I could really tell what a pump formula is doing, man. That's the key right there. If you're still getting pumps and vascularity at the end of the week when you've eaten clean for 5 days straight, then it's a hitter, homie. That's what I got to say to you. So listen, so I took the drink. So number one, I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons. This is not your fully loaded, stim-free pre-workout with the beta-alanine and the nootropics and all that. This is a straight-up pump formula. And they're telling you, pre-workout pump formula. Now, the other thing I'll say is intense pumps, endurance, stim-free. Now, that's debatable. Some of these ingredients, like creatine, you know, glycerol supposedly helps with endurance, yada, yada, huda, huda, whatever. So that's debatable. It's not noticeable. This is for the pumps. Now, I will say this is also not I'm going to tell you what this is good for, because this definitely has a place. This is not like your super loaded, max dosed pump formula either. So that's kind of good in a sense. So the cons are that the dosages are all kind of mids on it. It's not like max dose crazy. I mean, the citrus, everything's really low. So what this is good for, in my opinion, is stacking it to fill in the gaps with anything that's lacking pumps. So the good thing about the citrulline malate being semi-low is that, well, it is low, is that if there's a pre-workout with some citrulline, you could still stack this on. Like if there's a pre-workout with some citrulline, I can't stack Bloodsport on anything because it's already so maxed out. It's like the max amount of citrulline you really want to take before having diminishing returns or whatever. So it's like only certain things you could stack it on. Something like this, you can literally stack on like anything, dude. That's the pros of this. So the cons are, this is not something I would ever use by itself, and that's pretty much the cons. This is something I would never use by itself. To me, I like the whole pre-workout experience where you get the beta and all that. Even stim-free, I'd rather like a fully loaded non-stim. So this is a real pump formula, stackable pump formula. So this will fill in the gaps of any pre-workout. So it's just perfect for throwing on top of anything. I actually like that the glycerol is only 1,500 milligrams because it didn't compromise. I'm going to tell you my experience, but it didn't compromise my vascularity. It gave me just enough Swole AF pump to fill me out while I still maintained a sick, dry look. And that's probably from the nitrates or whatever else is in here. But I'll tell you what I really like. First of all, the flavor was solid. It was a pretty typical good blue raz, nothing super memorable, but it was solid. It's nice and light on the stomach, and look, man, you could tell this thing kicks in pretty dang quick, probably 20 minutes after taking the drink. You could tell you got some extraterrestrial pumps. Not the craziest pumps in the game, nothing like super, it's not like the most mind-blowing vascularity, it's not the most mind-blowing Swole pump. It's kind of a little mix of having both. A nice, definitely a Swole pump you could feel, which gives you a semi-mind-muscle connection if you halfway know how to do a dang rep. You know, I always say, pump formulas are like Viagra, homie. You can't just take Viagra and expect that little pee-pee of yours to get hard. You gotta activate it, homie. You gotta be you ain't getting no right swipes on Tinder, so I don't know how you're gonna activate. You've probably been jerking, homie. You know, I know you jerk a lot, man. You better quit jerking. bad for you, man. We got to be driven, homie. So what I'll say is you got to activate the pumps, man. Most of the pumps come from how you train and keeping tension on the muscle and properly doing rep. The pumps come from the dang heart, homie. Have a little heart. So this was a good compromise between a nice vascular look that I definitely noticed without a doubt, even toward the end of the week taking it, and High Stim Saturday. I took it and have been, clean since last Sunday, man. That was the last cheat meal I ate or whatever. And it's also gave me a little bit of a swole. There was no benefits I found where I felt endurance or anything that I could say came from this or anything like that. Not saying it didn't, but it wasn't like noticeable energy or endurance or whatever, even using it stim-free. I thought if you're looking for something stackable, you want something just to stack on pre-workouts that, already have a little pumps or maybe no pumps, this is solid for it, man. And it's no beta-alanine, so you could stack it on top of anything that has beta-alanine. That's what I got, man. Is it worth it? It's worth it for what it is. For a stackable pump formula, not fully dosed craziness, but just something to fill in the gaps. If something's lacking pumps, it's worth it. That's what I got. Garage Gym Homies, always going to give it to you straight till the end of days. If you liked the review, subscribe to the channel. If you didn't freaking like the review, also subscribe to the channel. God bless all of you. I'm out.